Hello and welcome to Lore of the Cards, the series that looks to find the lore hidden in your Hearthstone deck. Since I'm doing a fair few longer episodes at the moment, the Abominations episode I'm working on will also be around 40 minutes, I figured I should do a few shorter episodes. Then you guys get more lore, and we cover some of the cards I wouldn't usually because I tend to focus on longer episodes. I figured we should kick off these shorter episodes with a meta-defining card. I'm of course talking about the Snowflipper Penguin. The art of the card is by Matt Dixon, an artist from Birmingham, UK that has been producing art for the video game industry since 1988. His favourite colour is green, so yeah, that's a fact. Dixon is perhaps one of, if not the, most prolific Hearthstone artists, producing 51 collectible cards, 17 uncollectible cards, 12 adventure art pieces, 2 unique Tavern Brawl cards, and of course the Anub'arak hero power and the mighty Anub'arak Prime. We made a song about Anub'arak quite a while back, which he liked, so favourite artist. Penguins of the Warcraft universe share many things in common with real-world penguins. They're predominantly black and white, flightless birds which are more often associated with colder climates, though there are of course real-world penguins that dwell in warmer parts of the world, such as the African penguin. Warcraft penguin adults do have a feature that no real-world penguins possess: long, straggly feathers that drape down to frame their face. Penguins have been a part of Warcraft ever since Arthas travelled to Northrend and together with Anub'arak saved his master the Lich King from Illidan's Stormrage's assault. They could be found as critters in the levels of Warcraft 3 based within Northrend. Critters in the Warcraft RTSs were passive units that aimlessly wandered the map, adding flavour to the environment they were based in. These often cute little guys could either be mercilessly slaughtered by a player's units, or by the player repeatedly clicking on them until they exploded in a shower of blood and guts. It seemed in Warcraft 3 the Tuskarr kept penguins as farm animals, some being found in enclosures created by the Walrus Men. Why they farmed them is never specified. Was it for meat, eggs, clothing, or do they use them to aid in fishing, rounding fish up like a sheepdog would sheep? Either way, this Tuskarr behaviour seems to have been for a bit of fun in Warcraft 3, as none of the tribes practice penguin farming in World of Warcraft. There are a couple of Warcraft 3 penguins of note. Firstly, Little Timmy, a unique critter that can be found in a Tuskarr encampment during the 4th mission of the Undead's Frozen Throne campaign, the Return to Northrend. Why Blizzard chose to give this penguin a unique name isn't really clear, as he doesn't do anything particularly special and hasn't been seen since. This is likely referencing the passive ghoul Timmy found in the human campaign of the base game, the designers just wanting to get another Timmy into the expansion of the game. The second penguin of note is the giant and noble Penguin King. This penguin was also discovered by Arthas and Anub'arak as they neared Anub'arak's old kingdom, which he ruled in life, Azjol'Nerub. Taking a secretive path covered in trees, they came face to face with the Penguin King. Presumably leader of the wild penguins of Northrend, he did not seek conflict. In fact, the king insisted that he was neutral, not attacking the undead or their enemies. In order to appease Arthas, the giant penguin gave him a piece of treasure, a ring of protection +4, which the Scourge champion seemed to be satisfied with. Penguins came back into the Warcraft universe, perhaps unsurprisingly, with the release of Wrath of the Lich King, players once again travelling to the cold reaches of Northrend. The fjord penguins could be found in the Howling Fjord region in both a blue-eyed and red-eyed variety. They took up residence on many of the floating ice slabs that could be found around the southern point of the region. These penguins help players fulfill the achievements To All the Squirrels That Shared My Life, where players needed to love emote several of the critters that lived in Northrend, and Critter Gidder. This achievement was to feed critter bites to critters to convince them to become your pet, but players needed to convince 10 critters in 3 minutes. Since the fjord penguins were so closely gathered, they were a good way to accomplish this achievement. The Glacier Penguin was another critter-type creature, only they could be found in the dominion of the Lich King himself, Icecrown. Like the fjord penguins, they had 2 varieties, were a part of the love achievement, and could be used for critter getter too. Hungry penguins were critters that appeared during the 4th encounter of the Amphitheatre of Anguish questline. In the world of Outland, Gurgthok and Woden, a goblin-troll duo, ran the Ring of Blood, a gladiatorial arena in the Grand. When heroes travelled to Northrend, they began another venture, setting up in the giant Arena of Anguish near the centre of Azjol'Nerub. To reach the encounter with the Hungry Penguins, heroes must first defeat Yggdrasil, the giant jawmonger, Stinkbeard, the electricity-wielding magnetar, and one of 4 possible elemental revenants, Asbarin, Duke Sin'jin, Gargoral, or Arethius. After besting these 3 challenges, heroes would face off against the Tuskarr Orinoco Tuskbreaker, who was introduced by Gurgthok. This battle must be seen to be believed. Once a mild-mannered Tuskarr Fisherman, our next fighter turned to the life of a soulless mercenary when his entire family was wiped out by a vicious pack of lion seals and ill-tempered penguins. Now he's just in it for the gold. Ladies and gentlemen, Orinoco Tuskbreaker! The Tuskarr fought alongside his trusty pet Whisker, one of his abilities being Fishy Scent. Covering himself in thick sauce for 20 seconds, when the time was up, the hero would be swarmed by penguins. Vicious, bloodthirsty penguins. The final penguin type is the Darkmoon Penguin, which can be found in the Darkmoon Fair Zoo when the fair is accessible. Named penguins in Warcraft are one of 2 types of creature, either encounters in the Brawlers Guild, Dippy and Doopy, or battle pets, Tundra Penguins, Warble, Pengu, and Mr. Chili. The Brawlers Guild is PvE content where a single player takes on particularly tough encounters. Dippy was the first encounter of rank 2 of the Brawlers Guild, a penguin with a particularly mean peck able to kill a hero with a single strike. However, he was a slippery little fellow and could be knocked back with relative ease, not allowing him to peck his opponent. Doopy was an elite pet battle in Icecrown. If defeated, he dropped the frost-tipped eggshell. If this was handed into the Brawlers Guild, the hero would receive the challenge card Dippy and Doopy. Dippy would fight players again, but this time accompanied by Doopy, a larger and slower penguin, but with the same destructive peck. Tundra penguins are battle pets that can be found in Northrend in the regions of Borean Tundra and Dragonblight, able to learn several ice-based attacks. Pengu and Mr. Chili are a little more specialist. Pengu can be obtained from the nurtured penguin egg, an item heroes can buy from the Tuskarr faction, the Kaluak, if they have the exalted reputation with them. Mr. Chili is no longer available. He was awarded to players who merged their Warcraft accounts with their Battle.net accounts. These 2 unique penguins have the exact same abilities as the Tundra Penguin, just with rarer skins. Peck, Frostspit, Ice Lance, Surge, Slippery Ice, and Belly Slide. The final battle pet cannot be obtained by players. It belongs to the pet tamer Beagle Blastfuse, one of the 5 Northrend tamers that needs defeating to earn the Taming Northrend achievement. Warble is his final pet, having the abilities Peck, Slippery Ice, and Ice Tomb, a slow acting attack which causes damage and stuns an opponent for a round. So, there you have it. The lore behind the mighty penguins of Warcraft. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, share, subscribe and hit the notification button to be told when more Lore of the Cards are available. To find out what's coming next, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and if you want more Six content, follow on Twitch for the stream that takes place at this time. Seamless editing. If you enjoyed the art, I've done my best to credit the artists below. Until next time, happy Hearthstoning.